I picked up this Lenovo Ideapad 1i after seeing it for $250 on Slick Deals. I'll put the stuff in the description below. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM, but it also has 1 empty slot so you can add more. To access the RAM slot, you need to first remove the 10 Torx size T4 screws on the backplate. Some are different lengths, so keep track of where they came from. Once the screws are out, you need to pry it open. I scuffed up the side plastic because even after removing the screws, it's still pretty tight. Maybe you can do better, but I don't care about cosmetics. Once you get an entry point, you need to disengage all the plastic tabs around the sides and the edges. This is the most difficult part of the upgrade. Oh, look, I just cracked the case. Didn't notice that at the time. What no one tells you is that you will break the internal plastic clips, like this one. This causes an issue when putting it back together, but I'll show you how to resolve it later on when I put it back together myself. Now that the back is off, you slot in the new RAM. I bought this 16 gig stick from Crucial via Amazon, which I'll link in the description too. This is by far the easiest part of the upgrade. Just match the notch in the slot to the notch on the RAM, insert it at a 45-degree angle so the metal teeth are all the way into the slot, and click it down so the tabs on the side snap into the slots on both sides of the RAM. Now you need to replace the back plate, and here's the problem I mentioned earlier. You can see here I had a serious gap right around the USB ports that would not close with pressure, so I needed to pry the back off again. I also noticed one of the foam bumper things above the USB ports got pushed out of place, so I put it back here. Sure. Then I saw some random broken plastic piece sitting on the motherboard, so I realized that before replacing the back, you need to turn the base over and gently knock out all the plastic bits. Also do a visual scan for any stray pieces and pick them out. Here's my plastic clip graveyard. That's a big piece right there. Anyway, those broken bits prevent the plate from clipping back onto the base, and they can also get into the cooling fans and cause issues. You need to get them all out. Now that all the broken bits are out, it should be easier to clip the back on. When putting it back on, try to push from the outside in, not from the inside out, because the tabs usually tuck into the base. Nice and tight, and as you can see, that gap by the USB port is now gone. It's still scratched where I first pried it open, but I don't mind. Maybe you can figure out how to do it better and tell me in the comments below. Screw it back together, making sure you put the screws into the same holes they came from. That blue coating on some of the screw threads is a thread locking adhesive. It comes in other colors that indicate their strength. The blue is medium, which is used when the screws may need to be removed for maintenance or RAM upgrades, but still need to stay in place during normal use. Turn it back on and confirm the new total RAM. You can click on Windows, go to Settings, System, and then scroll all the way down to About. There you go. With the original 8 plus the 16 I added, my laptop now has 24 gigs of RAM. No need to touch the settings or adjust the BIOS, but it's always good to do a second restart after the installation just to be sure. Give it a shot yourself and let me know in the comments how it went.